Every year, millions of young adults hit the same wall. To get a job, you need experience. But to get experience, you need a job. It is a closed loop of frustration, a logical fallacy where we demand someone prove they can swim before they are allowed near the water. For most of human history, this problem was impossible. Learning a profession and performing the work were the same activity. To become a carpenter, you didn't read about wood in isolation. You joined a workshop, picked up the tools, and built furniture under the guidance of a master. Blacksmiths learned the same way, by standing at the forge, observing the temper of the metal, and striking hot iron alongside a professional. The foundations of the modern world were built by people who learned through application. This learn-by-doing model was humanity's original curriculum. Eventually, society shifted. We decided to split life into two distinct phases, one for learning theory and one for physical work. We prioritized classroom theory, exams, and paper certificates. The expectation became that you spend years in a seat before you ever step onto a job site. This created a vulnerability. The system produces graduates with credentials, but it often sends them into the labor market without the practical capability to perform the role. By separating education from execution, we accidentally engineered the very experience gap that now stalls the careers of the young workforce. The modern apprenticeship functions as a direct antidote to this separation. It operates as a unified cycle, where education, experience, and income occur simultaneously. Unlike traditional academia, which requires paying tuition and delaying careers, apprenticeships provide a stipend from day one. You earn while you learn, bypassing barriers to higher education. Modern apprentices are far from passive observers. They spend their hours adjusting equipment, running projects, and building the professional relationships that define a career. This immersion transforms a student into a professional through repeated, real-world application. Employers face a parallel struggle. Hiring a pre-trained specialist carries a high price tag, yet training a raw graduate involves significant financial risk. Organizations use apprenticeships to develop talent tailored to their specific technical needs. It allows them to build a pipeline of workers who understand their internal processes before they are even hired full-time. In Germany, this collaboration between industry and education has created a stable workforce that keeps their economy productive even during global downturns. India is now scaling this model through frameworks like NAPS and NATS, aiming to link its youth population directly to industrial needs. For an employer, these programs function as a risk reduction strategy, engineering the specific talent that the open market often fails to provide. Even with these results, a social stigma remains. Many still view vocational paths as a backup plan for those who couldn't finish a traditional degree. This perception is increasingly disconnected from an economy that pays for capability and technical proficiency rather than just labels. Artificial intelligence is accelerating this shift. AI can process theory and synthesize data in seconds, making purely academic knowledge easier to automate. However, an AI model cannot feel the vibration of a failing motor or sense the tension in a negotiation. It can generate a schematic, but it cannot exercise the physical judgment required to troubleshoot a complex machine on a factory floor. As theory becomes a commodity, the value of the future workforce will center on those with the human judgment that only comes from hands-on experience. The economic value of a workforce increasingly depends on technical proficiency. Sectors like manufacturing, energy, and construction, the engines of national growth, rely exclusively on this specialized talent. We have a situation where employers need experience, and students need opportunities to gain it. Apprenticeships bridge that gap. A capable workforce requires us to move past isolated learning. The path to a developed economy lies in a model where working and learning happen at the same time.